It's time for Jim George. Jim George is the only person that does a show that the show is actually his name. Everything else has a name, right? Jim George, because it's all your knowledge. It comes out of your head. So, Jim George is in the studio. He is the owner of American Cable Services. He's our go-to guy when we have questions about technology. There was a story this morning I have a question about, so we'll find out from Jim what he knows about the Red Hydrogen One. I don't know if you've heard about this or not before.
That's a new one.
I'm throwing you a big curve.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jim is here for your questions as well as Robin's and mine. The number is 622-9622 if you'd like to call. Do you have a computer question? We haven't really gone that way in a while, but Jim is here to answer those questions. Maybe a cable TV question, maybe the future of cable. That's always an interesting topic because it seems like it's changing all the time. And you went to see Mamma Mia last night too. So
We did. It's very nice.
Good morning,
Very nice. Whoever we go would really enjoy it. It's got great music and the movement is good. You know, I'm an 8 to 30 the bed kind of guy. I know, similar to you.
Yeah.
And it ended like at 10:30.
Uh-oh.
But it kept my attention.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I didn't. But I did kind of once or twice rest my eyes.
Well, I can understand that. I did that too. We went to this ballet thing in Gainesville.
Oh.
I don't think I saw much of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that music's kind of
Did you
soothing.
meet
The music
Robin?
last night is yes, I did. I met Robin's mother last night, but that music is upbeat, so it'll keep you kind of awake.
I wanted to ask you something about that actually before we went on. Oh, how many thumbs up did you give it? Between you and Brandon?
No, I would definitely even go to it again. I mean, it was good. It's just that I was just tired. Yes, I mean, we worked all day. I rushed home just to change to get there. I went to the CEP after,
the after hours.
Yeah, the after hours for the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, right.
And then after and then walked from there, which is at the Appleton, right across the driveway.
Right.
Over. So it's been a long day for me. I'd been up since like 4:14, and I'm saying, okay, it's 10:30. It is time. And by the time I got home, it was 11. So I was ready.
Yeah.
Went right to bed.
So you have two thumbs. Brenda has two thumbs. How many?
Yeah, exactly.
All four?
All four.
So that's 8 thumbs so far.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
8
It's
thumbs.
fabulous.
That was good. You'll enjoy it. Especially the music, because you're in the music. You know, I'm not necessarily into music.
And I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm an ABBA fan.
Oh yeah.
So I like ABBA music. So
Yeah.
are you ready for the phone calls?
We are ready.
All right, and I'll ask you about the hydrogen thing in a second. Just
Okay.
Curious what it is. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning, Jim. This is Sonny calling. Messing with my computer, they have, like on the Fox News, they have some of these stories. You got to click each picture to get the whole story. Well, anyway, the computer all of a sudden bogs down or whatever, and I tried just, running a quick scan on it. Nothing. I couldn't do anything on it. And it would just sit there. I could play with whatever, and nothing happened. So what I did was, in frustration, I shut it off. And then I turned it back on, and it popped up, and I was able to hit my wind cleaner and picked up, I don't know how many megabytes of stuff that was not necessarily infection, but it was just clogging up the machine.
Right.
Now, is that an indication that I need either replace the memory or maybe look into something else, or just sticking it somewhere and having the whole computer just scrubbed and then reestablish, the programs that you need to run it? I'll hang up and listen. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, well, like all computers, you have to reboot them every so often. Even a car computer. The other day, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he had one little small problem with his car, and he took it in. It was a fuse, like one half of the dash was working, one half wasn't. And he went into the dealership, and they said, no, it's a computer glitch. We have to reprogram your computer. Somehow it got a glitch.
Oh, wow.
And it took him about 30 minutes to download the new software, and it cost him $400 and some.
Oh.
Because all these cars, are now all computer generated. Well, everything runs based on the stability of that computer, whether it's a chip module in your laptop or whether it's something else. And so every so often you do have to turn it off. My wife, I find that a lot of times she'll keep her laptop on for months, or she'll close the lid down, which means it hibernates or such, but she never really turns it off. And a lot of the updates, as you know, will update only when it's restarted again.
Okay.
Also, you should have a software that you have in queue once a week. Like he said, uses the word scrub. It goes in and deletes a lot of in other words, if you keep deleting stuff, you got to get it out of there. Just because you deleted it, all you did was move it over to another file. You got to get it out. So you have the registry that you have to clean up. You have a bunch of things. And then I do the hard drive defrag. And I'll look at it, and they'll say you haven't done it for, let's say, 30 days, and I'll look at it, and it's really only like 2% defrag. And I'll say, well, 2%, big deal. And I do it again, and I do it anyway because it's at night. The next morning, my computer runs fantastic. So it's all those different things that you have to maintain it. It's like a dog, you just can't, you got to take care of it.
If it wasn't for dogs, what would we compare things to? Everything is either a dog or the moon.
You got to walk the dog, got to take him out. Walk the snake. Robin was talking last night about walking the snake.
Yeah, but that was a euphemism.
Oh.
All right. There was a story this morning. We were sharing this with Galen. I don't know if you heard what we were talking about. There was a guy in Galveston, Texas, I guess, or he's from Galveston. Is Galveston a coastal city? I don't even know.
Yes, it is.
So he's walking the beach. He finds a camera. He finds pictures in the camera that are still good. So he's trying to figure out, how do I find out who these pictures belong to and who the camera belongs to? Long story short, there's a website, Lost and Found Cameras and Photos.
Wow.
And you can go on there and scroll through them and see if your lost camera may have been found by somebody. And this particular camera, he found the owner, and it was somebody 1,200 miles away, or at least she lost it 1,200 miles away when she was in the Caribbean. Isn't that something?
Yeah, unbelievable.
So that's a technology thing. We couldn't have done that with film. If film was floating in the ocean for 2 years, I don't think that would still be usable.
Right. I agree that the nitrates or whatever would have definitely dissolved by now.
So have you seen anything about this red hydrogen one? Because if you haven't, I'll just tell you what I read.
No, you have to tell me what it is.
All right. Well, it's a new phone. I think it's from a company that makes movies. And they got a new phone. I guess it's going to be showcased tomorrow at some event, one of those things you go to. And what they say about it is when you're looking at your phone, for example, at a picture, instead of it being 3D, you can tilt the phone and look up, like into the sky, or down to the ground, or left and right, and see into it. They call it 4D. I don't know what the fourth dimension is. But
Right.
I know the fifth dimension.
Aquarius.
But anyway, I just found it fascinating, and I wonder if that's going to be the way we watch movies and everything in the future.
Yeah, that's as close to what they call it. I want to use the word holistic, but that's not the right word. Where a hologram.
Like a hologram, yeah. That's what they're saying, yeah.
Yes, that's where you can, shortly, I believe you will be able to sling your screen like in the center of this table. What they will do is they'll have a mat. It's real thin. It'll be transparent, but that would be your receiver. And then your cell phone, you just sling, and you look down, and you could read all your emails. You could, if it's holistic, a picture, it would appear in a 4 dimension, and it's upright. And so all the videos you watch would be done. And that was really for the gaming industry. The gaming industry is still flat screen, you might say.
Yeah.
And yet they really want 3D. And so 3D has challenged them. In other words, it's pretty close to reality, especially if you have virtual reality glasses on.
Yeah.
But imagine 4D, where you're in the picture. So when you turn your head left and right, you see what's left and right of it, in virtual time.
So like everything else right now, it's very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Everything new is expensive, which means only the rich will be getting these things. And then it'll probably come down, I would think, like everything else does.
You remember when 4K first came out? It was like almost $4,000 for a TV.
Is that right? Wow.
You can get a 4K TV now for like the price of literally nothing. I would say under $1,000.
Really?
Probably, yeah. Nice. You can get a 4K under $1,000, maybe even under $500.
So
they're everywhere.
So the way it sounds to me, it sounds like your TV, for example. Let's say you're watching a man running from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. and you're sitting directly in front of the TV. When he gets past the right edge, you don't see him anymore.
Right.
But you could then walk over to the left side of your TV and look down the TV, and you could see him still
Basically, that's basically what it
Really?
is. It gives you that dimension.
running. That's amazing.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And then if you have wraparound, they make TVs that are semi-wraparound. They're at least, instead of being 180, a flat screen, it goes like 240. So the sides come in some. So when he goes off the side of
my
the screen, you
gosh.
get to see what's there. You can buy
Really?
them right now. They're available. Curved screen, they call it.
Yeah.
But shortly, you'll be able to do almost 360, and that's where the virtual reality comes in.
Do you know, I have
And
you
that's
ju-
Disney.
Yeah, you
Right,
just
Disney.
stirred a memory in me.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when that first came out, I saw it at a movie theater in New York City, and the screen was flat. Of course, this was in the 70s when this
Yeah.
came out, and then the screen buckled, like you could see the edges coming out to prepare for this new technology.
Oh.
And so that's all it was. It was just projected on a curve.
Yeah.
And then I think they did that with The Sound of Music, and I think they did that with a few others. And
Gosh.
so it was just an illusion, I suppose. All right, let's go to the phone. Make sure I have the right mouse, first of all. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yeah, there was a technique in the 50s called Cinerama, which was actually achieved by having 3 cameras in one housing. And it could shoot a panoramic effect. And they had a series of movie houses around the country. It was at a premium price. And they produced a lot of travelogues and then 2 actual theatrical movies, How the West Was Won and The Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm, where the film wrapped clear around almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was quite a thing.
I bet.
I do remember that word,
Like
Cinerama.
IMAX.
Yeah, I remember that word, Cinerama.
Cinemascope. It's
Yeah.
the same
Cinemascope,
thing.
yeah, that one too.
Cinemascope.
Yeah, CinemaScope was flat. It was widescreen flat. Cinerama had the curve to it.
Maybe that's the thing I saw in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe that's what I saw. Yeah, but that was the 70s.
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So apparently that was around longer than the 70s. He said the 50s.
Sometimes it takes a while for technology to catch up with ideas. I know it was like 23 years ago when TJ, my son, was 13. We took him and a few friends up to the game room up in the Oaks Mall. And when you walked in there was a dome. And there was a lady that was
Yeah, right.
pretty
I remember that.
inside the dome, and she, looks exactly like a real person, and would just kind of be there, and you could bounce like a little ball or something there. But, that was 23 years ago. But I guess that's all that happened because they were, saying video games would be like this, but there wasn't any advancement on that. And now all these, 2 decades later, you're saying this
Yeah.
is what's coming to fruition.
Well, there's a lot of patents out there that no one's ever ran with the idea. You have an idea for a patent, and just say you pull it, and so now it's how to, string, let's say, thread through a needle if you're blind, something like that. But it's a visionary helper or something. And then all of a sudden, someone looks at it and goes, "Oh, I could use that for this," and they
Right,
use that
right,
patent,
yeah.
and they do things, and you say, I thought they already had that. No, it was patented, but no one ran with the idea.
Are TVs more enhanced, like since you brought up the people that are blind, can you get TVs that are more enhanced with sound where they could enjoy a program?
Yeah, so you had Dolby 5.1. I think now you have Dolby 8. Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. The surround sound is terrific.
You okay?
I don't know
Oh
what
my
happened.
gosh.
You want some water?
Yeah, because
I lost
that's
my voice.
You look tired. I was thinking you stayed up too late last night watching Mamma Mia.
Oh boy.
Did those girls have short skirts on, by the way, like ABBA did? No.
there was the young lady there that played Sophie. She had the
Oh,
short
boy.
shorts on.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she had short shorts
okay?
on.
I think I swallowed the gnat.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm only
They
kidding.
got
Did you
things-
really?
I'm only kidding.
I'm
It's
going to
probably
blame
an
my
apple
tree.
fly.
I was going to blame my tree for you want to go to the phone, or you want to take a break?
No, we're fine.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I'm
All right.
teary-eyed now.
Oh, we need
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, and give that man a Miller.
Give him a Miller, he said.
There you go. Miller's work.
I have a real quick question.
Thank you.
My wife had supper every night. I to go walk the dogs, and in the shower, we had a shower earlier, and it went away. And I quick looked on the Weather Channel, and it looked all clear. And I said, "You're clear to go for a nice walk." So she got about a quarter mile down the road, and well, you know what happened? A super downpour, and she come home, and her telephone would only work on speaker. And she was talking to a girlfriend of hers, and it's the same thing that happened to her. And she says that overnight, put it in a Tupper bowl full of rice, and that might help it. Does that sound feasible?
Yes. Yes, it works. And that, or some people use oatmeal or even grits, something that will attract the moisture out of the air. And if you put it in a bowl of rice and put a cap on it, it's got no place to go. The rice is going to absorb it. But it does work.
Oh, very good. Well, rice is on my shopping list today, then.
All right. Don't use a hairdryer on it.
Uncle Ben's works better, by the way. Just
No, that's converted.
Oh, so you have to get actual pure rice, not
Yes, and it's dry as
I was
corn.
just being silly. I didn't realize there was something important there. All right. Gosh, I was going to ask you something else. There was did you hear the Yanni Laurel thing? Did you hear the Yanni Laurel thing?
I did not.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh,
A Yanni
Robin,
Laurel.
I get to do this.
Oh, good. Nice.
All right, so your
Day.
job now is to tell me what you hear. Ready? It's going to be, is it Yanni or Laurel? All right.
All right.
All right, let me find it first. So, and I'll just tell you, some people say they hear Yanni, and some people say they hear Laurel.
Well, the listeners can call in and say.
So, and we did this, and I have something to tell you about it. Right, here we go. Click to play. What do you hear?
Yeah, I hear Yanni.
You hear Yanni?
Yeah.
Not Laurel? Okay.
Wow, I hear Laurel.
Robin hears Laurel right now. While you're hearing Yanni, Robin hears Laurel.
Nope, I do not hear it.
Okay. All right, so now here's what we did. You ready for this? This was Joe's idea. We went into the production room, and we took that audio. I wish I had it in front of me to show you this. And we slowed it down a little bit at a time. Not slowed it down, but lowered the pitch. Little bit. Robin was hearing Laurel. When I got to a certain pitch, she started hearing Yanni.
Oh.
I never did hear anything but Yanni. Okay. Then we did the same thing and we raised it a little bit. I heard Yanni. All of a sudden, I started hearing Laurel. Isn't that weird?
Well, that's what you had a news broadcast on that several months ago about teenagers whose hearing is a higher pitch.
Right.
And that they could pitch the sound in such a way that the parents, whose hearing is not as acute, could not hear what was being said, but the teenagers could hear it.
I know. That is a fascinating one.
Yeah, it's a great story.
We do have another.
And now you proved it.
We have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning, it's Sonny again, Jim. I heard Yami when you played it over the radio.
Yes.
It seems like men hear Yanni. Is what it sounds like.
Well, anyway, I'm now at my computer running the defragmenter.
Yes. That will take you some time.
Yes, I have, since I have you, there's like the different drives. C, which it starts on top, recovery, D, HP tool systems. I never see it hit those other three entities.
No, basically your C drive is your hard drive unless you have two hard drives, and you probably don't. And then your D, your E, they're all your things like your CD player, your removable thumb drives. Those are the other letters. But a D would normally be a second hard drive if you had one.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I heard Yami.
All right, let me take another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Well, I heard Laurel, even with my damaged eardrum from when the rectifier exploded 25 years ago. So my hearing isn't totally destroyed.
Wow, Laurel, isn't that something? We all hear something differently. Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew it was Yanni and Hardy all these years? Thank you, Jim.
Okay, Doc. Have a good day.
All right, so can I demonstrate for you the change?
Sure.
All right, so here it is again. Okay, do you hear it? Let's see if we can change it.
Laurel.
It's the same sound now.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
It's starting to say Laurel, but it
Laurel.
hasn't quite formed yet. There it is.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
What do you hear,
Yeah.
Robin?
Laurel.
I hear Laurel.
Yeah.
Nothing
Laurel.
changed ever, right?
Right, for
Laurel.
me.
All right, now I'm going to go the other direction.
Yanny. 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 Yanny.
I hear Yami.
I hear Yanni.
Now you hear Yanni.
Yeah, I
See?
do.
Yeah.
It changed for Robin. Isn't that something?
Laurel.
Yeah.
I don't know how they.
That's
Who came up with that?
Laurel.
How do you do that? I mean, how does somebody come up with something like that? I mean, two words that don't even sound the same. Yanni and Laurel, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now let's try Hardy. See how that works. I'm teasing. I don't have
Hardy.
that one. I don't have that one. You're tired today. I can tell.
Oh yeah, no, that last night was a killer.
That ABBA.
Or
thing.
actually, yesterday was a killer. It was a high energy production. You're going tonight, correct?
Yeah.
You will not regret it.
No, Robin always
No,
brings me to good shows.
you will not regret it. Get a candy bar, something that has some sugar in it, some energy. Get a Coke, and sit back and enjoy.
So if somebody has any questions about their cable or about an antenna for their TV or something, should they call you?
Certainly, 854-9795. And have a great day. And it may rain again today, correct?
Yes, it's a 65%
When April
chance.
showers may come your way.
There you go. I like
Thank you, Jim. Take
Thank
care
you.
of yourself.
Bye now.
Get some sleep. We'll be right back.
Yeah, tonight will be.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. A man is shot by police and in custody after firing shots in the lobby of President Trump's golf resort in Doral, Florida overnight.
He was yelling and spewing some information about President Trump, and that's what we know so far. And he had an American flag that he did drape over the counter.
Juan Perez with Miami-Dade Police. The gunman's name is Jonathan Odie. One officer has a non-gun related injury. About 2,000 masks have been handed out to people living near a volcano in Hawaii that sent ash high into the sky yesterday. Lava has destroyed about 24 homes there this month.
Most people didn't see much of the ash coating, if they saw any at all, thanks to